Have you ever tried to help someone who didn't realize they needed help and wouldn't take it even if they did? Well, once upon a time, that was me with my mother. You see, my mother's beautiful great room had become overwhelmed with clutter, a consequence of her dementia that she couldn't see. She was combative, forgetting bills, and at risk of losing her home. The dilemma I faced: do I stay frustrated by what had happened, or do I start asking the right questions that could guide us to the right solution? Welcome to the Agile Leader channel with me, Paya Fitzgerald, where we help increase confidence, connection, and collaboration among teams and individuals. In this video, in collaboration with Dr. Mary Lee Adams, creator of the Choice Map and author of Change Your Questions, Change Your Life, we will share with you how the Choice Map can help you lead the most important person in your life, which is you. Leading others is tough, but leading ourselves, sometimes even tougher, especially when we're stuck in judger mode.
And we can't be strategic, we can't be collaborative, we can't be innovative if we're in judger, nor can we empower the people around us, which is one of the primary things that leaders do.
When my mother's condition started to spiral, it was easy to get caught up in frustration and blame. Her situation was taking a toll on my mental and emotional health, and the stress, amplified by my drudger mindset, triggered an MS flare-up. That's a story for another day in detail. But yes, multiple sclerosis, it got worse. That's when I realized I had to lead myself first. I had to ask, what are my options? What is the one thing that I can do to move now, that I can move forward on her behalf without compromising my health? The shift from judger to learner was not easy, especially in that situation, but it was essential.
So the leadership lesson here is in leading self. Because if you're not in possession of your own feelings, your own decisions, your ability to see options and possibilities, you can't lead well.
The Choice Map, developed by Dr. Mary Lee Adams, teaches us how to stay on the learner path, where we can approach situations with curiosity and openness, leading to better decisions and healthier outcomes. Once I embraced this approach, I found a path forward. I obtained guardianship, sold her home, and found her a lovely community that offered great care. It wasn't the outcome either of us had envisioned, but it was what needed to be done for both of our sakes. Choosing the learner path transformed how I handled one of the toughest decisions in my life.
And what I would say to my leaders is, someday you're going to be in a very visible press conference or leading a huge meeting or something, and somebody is going to throw a judge or zinger at you. And you're going to have nanoseconds to recover yourself and to respond thoughtfully and skillfully. And if you don't, then your project or your policy or whatever could go down the tubes. So the importance of practicing so that we really make it natural, as you were saying earlier. Mm-hmm. So when something like that happens, you can recover yourself, and leaders have to be in possession of themselves.
I'm glad you said all of that. You're giving your power away when you're in judger mode. And I don't think people look at it like that all the time. A lot of times people believe being in that space gives them the illusion of power, right? But it is actually a sign of you feeling disempowered and then moving forward accordingly. If you stay there or you make it you're just committed to that judger mindset, for me, I often see it as an opportunity to help someone who's struggling with low self-esteem or in some kind of insecurity. Of course, we're human, so
Right.
we're going to go to judger because the brain is trained to look for threat. However, like you said, if you're being intentional and as a leader, you would want to make sure daily you're intentional about your mindset. But if you understand that mindset is a disempowering one to both you and the people you lead, I think it could be a game changer as well. It allowed me to step away from frustration and blame and instead focus on finding a solution that respected my mother's needs and my own well-being. This mindset shift is the essence of true leadership, leading with empathy, understanding, and a commitment to growth. Leading ourselves is the first step to leading others. Staying on the learner path in tough situations helps us to find solutions that promote growth, connection, and well-being.
Our lives are a series of decisions. So then it leaves me with the question, do you want to live a life that's based on a series of judger decisions, or maybe have a life that's based on a series of learner decisions?
Subscribe now to catch our next video on using the choice map to turn conflicts into opportunities for understanding and stronger relationships. All right, here's your little chuckle. Why did I stop blaming my mother's past choices for her messy living room? Because I realized the only thing messier than her house was my stress level. And we can't have that. Not managing my sanity was costing me more than managing her stuff. And shoot, we both can't lose our houses. Good grief. So hey, folks, go ahead, share this video with someone who could use a few more tools for leading themselves and maybe even others. And while you're at it, swing by the Inquiry Institute website to snag your free copy of the Choice Map. And oh, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and all the buttons that make us feel special. We appreciate you and have a week filled with wonder and questions. Bye-bye.